Yo, we lit, man. I am I am doing this straight from the crib now. I couldn't wait as long as I was waiting. I was trying to wait, but I couldn't wait that long. Um, you know, I left Dreamhouse around November, so the whole team couldn't pod as much as we used to. We was podding like every Tuesday, but then I changed it to once a month to increase production. I feel like if I scale back, I can make it look, better. But that didn't work out. So now I'm working with um, Fusions Radio, and next month or next week, um, I'll be doing two podcasts a month now. And I'm not gonna really be stretching these too long, bro. It's really no point. It's really no point, man. Today topic is gonna be a quick one. I wanted to talk about, and I've been on this subject, or should I say this statement, and I heard it on Joe Rogan's show. I think I made a short this earlier this week. Week time. Sorry. The statement was, good times make weak men, and bad times make strong men. Which is very interesting because, we all want the best lives for us. We all want the best lives for our children. Those of us that have them. We want, we want our kids to have a great life. For sure. I don't know. I mean, that's some parents out there that don't really care about their child future. But for the most part, I think we all hope for our kids to have a better life than we had. But because of that, a lot of us in certain ways begin to resent our parents because most of us feel like our parents didn't want that for us, even though that probably wasn't the case. So what happens is we give our kids everything. We give them everything. And what we do is we create new problems that we never been through before. And because we haven't been through them, we can identify the traits of these problems. We only can handle them the way we know how. Like our parents. So then you become more like your parents, and they become more like you in different ways. But it just keep the cycle of parents and kids not being able to communicate during those growing pains. It just keeps that cycle going. That's what happens. It just keeps that cycle going. And you give your kids everything. You show them different things. You give them all you possibly can, and sooner or later they still gonna resent you. Mm-hmm. It's because they're gonna be something that they see. And like I can just be reaching, but this just kind of reminds me of the Adam and Eve thing. You know, when you give someone so much, they begin to see so much. Now they think that they entitled to more. Because now your mind have been open to this world of receiving things. You think it's supposed to come more frequent, and you know, you get more of abundance of whatever you've been getting. That's what we do to our children. Like, man, I was like 13, 14 when I got my first phone. My daughter is 5 with the phone. You know what I mean? So, you know, and that's obvious, but where I'm getting at is we have to stick to the ropes, bro. We have to find a way to be less like our parents, but still keep the same values we was raised upon. It's easy for you to do better if you're using the same playbook that got you where you was. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you that bad off. But if most of us raised with, you know, some values, but we try to stray from it because we, you know what I mean, we rebuke it so much. Now our kids got these new issues and we don't even know how to solve them. My pastor said something to me like a couple of months back. He was like, man, brother, some of the things y'all going through, us older people never experienced this, so we don't even know how to help y'all. We just got to sit there and kind of go through it with you. You feel what I'm saying? So nobody know how to be right. That's what nobody know what's going on. Nobody know how to help nobody. You used to can run to your grandpa, your grandma, and get some type of knowledge. But now, you know, who would you run to? Who could you run to? Who? Nobody knows. You got to go read the book, and sometimes how we think, we want to interpret whatever we want to interpret. Most of us is reading now, but we just so caught up on us, we just interpreting things how we want to interpret. Let me stay on subject, AR. Good times make weak men. Bad times make strong men. And most of us good parents want to give a great life, a great childhood, great experiences, tons of values to this one child. And what happens is they get complacent. Look, I'm talking like my child is grown, but I know it's true. They get complacent, man. When I look at, and I'm going somewhere with this, when I look at what's going on with Romeo and Master P, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Why do it breaks my heart? I'm going to tell you. Because however you want to look at it, bro, if that man took money from you, it doesn't matter, bro. You're Romeo. You was able to educate yourself to do whatever you needed to do. If you ask me, this is my opinion. I've been a child and I'm a parent, so I think I can say this. If you a child actor, rapper, dancer, whatever, and I'm your parent, I feel like there's some sacrifice I'm doing to allow you to do this. So because you're making this money, that doesn't mean it's all your money. Now, because I think this way, if my child do not want to participate in that, and I'm making money from it, I have to consider that. That's where that comes into place. But I do believe if like my daughter was enjoying doing commercials and whatever, and now them niggas ain't finna get me to go golfing while they with my daughter, nigga, y'all be slipping. But if my daughter want to get into commercials and she genuinely like it and money coming from it, my job is to put money for her future and to take care of her for that moment. I mean, at that time. But, you know, as a parent, I benefit from that. I mean, why wouldn't I? I can't abuse it, but yeah, I do. I feel like that's my child. That's my seed. She can be doing something else. I have to be here to make sure she protected. I have to be around. I have to still think for her. But again, let me stay on subject. Master P provided, bro, a different life for you, Romeo. But you wanted him to also provide a life for you as an adult. And that's just difficult, man, my guy. It's difficult. Because you even said on that horrible reality show y'all was a part of, y'all bump heads because of y'all different ways of thinking. So after a while, the parents start realizing they can't tell you anything. They have to back off. So he can't walk that walk for you as an adult. It's hard to tell you what to do when you have the choice to do what you want. So and then I understand what you're saying about in case y'all been sleeping under a rock, Twitch committed suicide not too long ago. Send my love out to his family. And Master P posted something on, mental health awareness. And Romeo had enough. Called him out saying, "You a false prophet." Called him out, son. "You to the ring now." He called him out. And it was mostly because of he had a sister, which is Master P daughter, that also committed suicide, and he felt like Master P didn't advocate as much as he advocating for, this guy who's a stranger to their family. And I say that's unfair, but I have been in those shoes all of recently. I do understand that, and without getting emotional, one point I do want to make for Romeo is when you lose a sibling, you sometimes get angry with the parents. Maybe you feel like they're not handling it right. Maybe you feel like you wanted more answers. You want something that parent probably can't give you. Because at the same time, you don't know the feeling of losing a child. I hope I never feel that feeling. So how do you know what's going on in this man's head? That's his child. That's your sibling. That's his baby girl. It's no telling why he wrestling with that. He probably do blame himself. So he probably can't come out and speak for the situation when he's still dealing with it. And again, I totally my heart go out to that situation because again, I'm literally going through it. Like I'm at that point that I lost a sibling and I kind of got mad at my parent. I'm not gonna say which one. If you know me, you kind of know. I was mad at how they handled it or how they was handling it. But at the same time, I have to be compassionate, if that's the proper word, considerate. I don't know how it feels to lose a seed. And I don't ever want to experience that. So you don't know how that may feel. So you can't call out somebody like that. Now again, we also don't know what type of conversations these two men had behind closed doors or what arguments or whatever happened. But some situations I'd be happy that it happened in public. I know that sounds horrible, but it's true. I like seeing drama when I'm not in it. I'm human. I love it. I love when drama's happening. I'm not in it, not because it's them, but I be want to see. It's like being in the argument, but not having to deal with the conviction of participating in it. So I get to put myself in both shoes. Like who right, who wrong. Like what I did. Sometimes I just be looking at Love and Hip Hop, them earlier seasons when everybody was beautiful, and I like to look at the arguments, but not like not Love and Hip Hop, but Real Housewives or what, because I be liking what they be talking about. Sometimes it be like either about money or it be some fly junk if you listening. But I like to see arguments and see how mainly like I really like to see when men arguing to see what side how people handle under pressure. I'm really interested in that. I'm sorry. I'm really interested in it. But I love when families fight in public. I don't want families to go through it, but I like being able to look and put myself in on both people's shoes and see how I would have handled it. And sometimes, honestly, sometimes it helps me with things I'm going through. I feel like this is exactly what celebrities supposed to be doing. Going through stupid shit so I know not to do it. Makes sense to me. You're famous, ain't you? Aren't you? But anyway, I feel I put all the blame in Romeo, bro. I feel like you had a head start. And it doesn't matter what your dad did to you. What he did for you is you're forever able to increase your wealth. Most of us have to create that ourselves. Some of us have to knock down the huge debt our fathers left to us. Some of us have to just really be thankful that our dad gave us a great last name that we can get attention to. And some of us, money comes with that last name. Some of us, resources come with that last name. Some of us, trouble comes with that last name. Some of us, nothing comes with it. So I will hope Romeo hashed that out with his dad, bro, or just don't talk about it no more in public. Thank you for bringing this up, because I think we all need to talk about family. We all need to talk about the family structure, bro. We be rushing the communities and doing all this, but we got to get our house in order before we can step outside the house and get that in order. We're going to have to. Look at Marquise and 50 Cent. I'm calling Marquise like I know him. 50 Cent's son and 50. I totally agree with 50 again. It's hard for me to go against the father because you have to have so much humility for your parents. And look at me, bro. I am not the best son sometimes. I get super duper mad, you know. Single mother, so that means sometimes my emotions go like that. And I have to know how to deal with it. And my mama is a hardcore woman. She'll sit there and say the most craziest thing to you when she know you about to crack. She know you about to crack. She'll just help you crack. But we got to have humility when it comes to our parents. Got to, whether you like it or not. That's the laws of the land. And you put yourself in more jeopardy when you start messing with the laws of the land. And why you want to go and do that, huh? When y'all start messing with the laws of the land, that's when God really start getting crazy on y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You start messing up your whole little bloodline. It just be everywhere. Got to have patience for your parents. It's very, very hard for me to disagree with the parent. It's very, very hard. I haven't had the best relationship with my dad, but my dad still has me. No matter what. I'm still waiting for love. Not saying he doesn't get it, but I'm saying I haven't deleted the relationship. I haven't deleted, you know what I mean? It's still like, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's still that eager. Just like a child. You know? So if you got beef with your parents, man, you can't be around them. You don't have to be around them, but you do have to respect them when you're around them. And you can't tear them down. You can't. You can't. And if you are in a good time, chances are, morally and mentally, you're weak. So now you know what to do for yourself. And if you having a rough time, a rough go, things ain't playing always for you, and a lot of things wasn't given to you other than your beautiful life from your parents, you having a bit of a tough time, but no, mentally and morally, bro, you're probably amazing. So now you have traits that make you awesome. So that means you don't need to be down on your luck, or you don't need to be sad, or you don't need to be feeling sorry for yourself. We all got pros and cons about us, which means we all can still reach our goals. What I don't have, somebody else have, but what I do have, somebody else don't have. So the playing field is still kind of even. And even if it's not, so what? So what? You know who your dad is. You got his last name. And now you have your own children. You show them what your dad didn't show you. But keep those values. Keep those values. Good men brings good times. But good times brings weak men. And weak men create hard times. But once we start realizing that, maybe good men to create okay times, because they understand they have to be okay. So the other man can see imperfections and strive to make the next generation better, but also okay. You know, and because we be more aware, we do more. And I hope I wasn't rambling. It's one of my first time really just doing this. And I like how it feels. Very therapeutic. Like, comment, subscribe. If you stumble on this, man, please give me all criticism. I'm just a man with opinions. And I like my opinions. So I feel like putting them in the earth and see how they grow. Love you guys. Stay up. Hey, y'all grow. And we just talked about it.